How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Disc Golf Show. Yes, things look a little different. Today is October 14th. This is episode 21 of the 2025 season. As I said, things look a little bit different. I'm trying to bump this show up to weekly. You are not stagnant and sitting on a tripod on my desk. You are in my hand, so if it's shaky, that's why. Deal with it. Again, our show, big shout out to our sponsors. First sponsor is our local pro shop. That is Final Nine Sports. They have two locations, one in Orangevale, California, and one in Rocklin, California. And also, as we always say, go to your local pro shops. If they don't have what you are looking for, we do have a remedy for that. That is our other sponsor of the show, and that is Disc Golf Deals USA. You can save 10% by going to discgolfdealsusa.com/discgolfshow. Some things, there are some exceptions, but pretty much 99% of the stuff on there, bags, baskets, any of that good stuff, you can save 10%. So go get your goods there if you can't find it at your local pro shop. As I said, I'm going to try to bump this up to weekly. It's going to be probably shorter, a little more consumable for you guys. Maybe a little bit easier for me on my end as well. Frequency-wise, obviously, it's going to be bumped up. So I do hope you guys do like this newer, shorter version of the Disc Golf Show. And we'll get into the news. There were a couple things. Again, seeing as how it's going to be weekly, it's going to be a little fewer things, and we'll be more on top of things, and we won't have to touch on things that you guys have already heard about a week ago. So, by we, I mean I. I did have notice a post from Kristin Tattar. Kristin Tattar, we have a little bit of an update on her, and she made a post stating that she's spending a lot more time with her family, which is much needed for her, and she's also been running more events with Silver over in Europe. So good news there. As we stated, she's not completely away from disc golf. She's still involved with disc golf. And hopefully we do hear more and see more of her, hopefully in the competitive arena. But again, just a quick update on her. And we'll jump into the biggest news is the USDGC. Final major of the year was just held this last weekend. And if you haven't seen it, spoiler alert, no spoiler alert, because, you could have watched it live. The winners of that event were Missy Gannon for FPO at the Throw Pink Women's Disc Golf Championship. And then USDGC got his first major, Anthony Barela. So AB got the M. I think this is definitely good for him, obviously, for contract purposes moving forward. It's putting his stamp on that event and showing that he can follow through and finish out strong at a major. We know we've seen him close on previous majors, and it's good to see him get his first big win. So shout out to AB. One thing I did, a couple things. Bob Julio did an announcement from Discraft, obviously, and we all know that USDGC is ran by Innova, but it's good to see the other manufacturers being more involved and also acknowledging each other. He did do a quick announcement on another, the dual mold type of discs that they're doing. He made a quick announcement. It looks like kind of like a gear rim on it for a new updated, like there's the Scorch and then the one with the flames and the one with the buzz saw. But this one looks more like a gear exterior on the rim. But in that video, it was really cool to see, and I would like to see more of this. Him saying, thanks to Innova for having us here. That's how it should be. Manufacturers should be supporting each other. That's how you're going to grow sponsorship at these events. It can't solely be on one manufacturer. I mean, you want more manufacturers involved. That way you can have more of a purse, most likely, possibly, for the event. And, it's just a positive for disc golf in general. Now, the one thing that I did want to touch on here, and yes, so, okay, people are going to hate me, people are going to agree with me, whatever, that's fine. I recently made a post, couple pictures during this event of positions of cameramen at this event. And on that post, on the replies, on the comments, I had people who agreed with me and people who disagreed with me, which is perfectly fine. I get it. But the way and the reasons that they were disagreeing with me weren't even what I was addressing. So I made these posts because actually one of them was at MVP and one of them was at USDGC. So they're along the same lines. It's where these cameramen are standing, and it's not the fact of whether or not it affects the player for me. For me, it's more of the viewer. Seeing a cameraman really very much in the peripheral, not even in the peripheral, almost in the main line of the player. And again, you're going to yell at me about it's not in the main line. I know it's not in the line of the shot, but it's very much in the vision or visibility of the athlete. And for me as a viewer, I don't like to see the cameraman posted up 30 to 40 feet at a 10-degree angle off of the line of throw. Like, to me, it just looks bad. They're too close. I get I totally understand. You want to get that shot and you want to get that content, and maybe your cameras aren't powerful enough to be further away to get that shot that you want. I think it's a pretty thin line to walk where you want to have good content for the viewer and you want to get that ideal shot. Again, it's going to get better as we get, as we proceed year to year down the line in the future. We're going to be able to have the higher capability cameras to where they won't. I understand that. I'm just commenting on the future of disc golf. Did I hate the coverage overall? No. I appreciate those shots. I like seeing those close shots. I just don't like how they're being picked up. I don't, like I said, it's a tough line to walk because I do want those shots, but I don't want to see them in the way that they're getting videoed. And again, for the viewers, I don't think it looks great when you see that cameraman so close to the athlete. Like, even when they're not throwing, you have these cameramen that feel like they're 2 feet when the people have just thrown, they go back to sit down behind the tee, and the camera comes over to them, and it looks like they're right up in their face. Again, I'm saying again a lot because I totally understand. You want to get that shot. You want to get those intimate moments for the video and for the coverage. But to me, it's a tough trade-off. And I hope that's able to get corrected sooner than later. But whether you agree with me or not, throw it down in the comments. Do you understand what I'm getting at? I'm not knocking the cameramen. I'm knocking the positions of those cameramen in live coverage, pretty much. I don't know. Do you agree with me? If you don't, if you do, comment down below. Let me know. But that's just my opinion, and take it for what it's worth, Moving on, pretty much that's kind of the news for me today. Again, these videos are most likely going to be shorter because hopefully I'm going to be able to keep up with this weekly posting, and again, it's going to be more consumable for you guys. Let's move on to the question of the episode. I guess, though I would want that cameraman episode question be the question of the episode, I do have another. It's simple. What's your favorite DGPT/major event? and why. Let us know. I love USDGC. I love the property. I think that down the road, the property needs to be updated. Another thing is seeing the cars driving by back and forth behind holes, behind the players throwing. Not my favorite, but I love the event. The history of the event, everything that comes with it, the prestige, the fact that it's a major. I'd say next to that would be MVP Open, one of my favorite events to watch. But yeah, up to you guys. What is your favorite DGPT / major event / location? Also, outside of that, do you have one that you think people should play? Maybe it's a non-DGPT location. What course is your favorite course to play? What course is on your bucket list? God, I'm throwing out too many questions for today. All right, guys, let's move on to gear and equipment. I'm just going to run through these really quick. Just yesterday, the discs that were approved, just 4. We have 2 from Gateway and 2 from Discraft. So Gateway had the Wand approved and the Charm. So those are the 2 discs that Gateway recently had approved. And as for Discraft, you have the Ace Race of 2024 disc approved, and it is also called the DIS-1024-P putter. And we had Paige Pierce's new mid-range approved, the Joy, and that is also known as PP-1025-M, mid-range Paige Pierce. So you're going to look at getting any of those? Let us know. Let us know if you've gotten your hands on them or are planning to get your hands on them at all and what you think of them once you do. Outside of that, we do like to promote footwear. Footwear is one of the most important items that you need on the course, whether it's waterproof, lightweight, durable, long-lasting. We do like to promote 2 companies. One is Vessi Shoes, and one is Idio Sports. And there are some significant differences. I'd say the biggest significant difference, though they are both waterproof and lightweight, is the rake of the shoe. And Idiosyncrasy is more closer to a Zero style shoe, more flat foot. And Vessi obviously has more of a rake to it. So it depends on what you like. But I would suggest going and trying those shoes, or at least looking them up. Do some research when you want to get new shoes. I'm a big Vans fan also. Ultra Ranges are really cool lightweight shoes to wear. And they have some cross paths that are also like outdoorsy style hiking shoes. But disc golf centric, obviously Idio is solely disc golf. And Vessi has recently adopted over the past couple years disc golf as being a sport that they support. So we like to support those companies that support our sport. It's a lot of sport going around. As for upcoming events, there are only a couple. Coming up just later this week, 16th to 19th, is the 10th Disc Golf Pro Tour Championship presented by Barbasol. And that is going to be held in Bedford County, Lynchburg, Virginia. That is the last big event of the season. Outside of that is the DGPT Match Play Championship, and that'll be a fun event to watch. That is held November 7th to 9th, and that is going to be in Charlotte, North Carolina. Those are your upcoming events for this 2025 season before off-season. Don't yell at me. I know disc golf doesn't have an off-season, but the off-season for the pros arrives, and yeah. We're almost at that time, guys, where, you know, the news isn't going to be event-related. It's going to be athlete-related, off-season related stuff. Maybe get around to the rumors of contract changes and manufacturer sponsor changes and all that good stuff, but we'll get there when it comes. Moving on to the section where we like to promote products and videos. Videos, solid one to go with is Simon. Another not even runner-up. I'd say edit-wise, another good one like last show is Silas Schultz. Go check them out. And we're big fans of Foundation, guys, so go check them out as well. Those are some channels that you can go look up. The product that I did want to highlight, though, is one that is now released and available to you guys. Perfect Putt 360. This is an app that you can download, whether you're iPhone or not. They do have it available across the board for your app stores, and that is Perfect Putt 360 again. Go check them out. It's a cool app where you can practice putting. It ranges from they have 3 levels of putting practice, and yeah, it definitely improves your consistency. Get a basket in the backyard, mark out those distances, and it also gives you achievements. It gives you stats for your practicing, which I'm a stat guy. I like numbers, so I like seeing that data. Go check them out and go download Perfect Putt 360. As I said, these shows are going to be shorter, and it looks like this one's already come to an end, guys. If there is anything that you agreed or disagreed, comment down below. Send us an email. You can send those emails to, we're kind of going back to discgolfshow@gmail.com. We do have, I believe, still for a little bit longer, theshow@discgolfshow.com, but go ahead and send it to discgolfshow@gmail.com. Again, thank you to our sponsors, Final Nine, our local pro shop, Final Nine Sports, with their 2 locations, one in Orangevale, one in Rocklin, Northern California, Sacramento area. And then also to Disc Golf Deals USA, who is not only a partial sponsor of the show, but also the main sponsor of the gear and equipment section. Go to discgolfdealsusa.com/discgolfshow. Get that 10% off your order. Some exclusions do apply. Usually only new releases, guys, from like MVP, Streamline, Axiom. But all your other goods, you can get 10% off if you're unable to find the stuff you're looking for at your local pro shop. And one last thing, subscribe. It always helps. Hit that notification bell. Hit that like button. Do all those good things. And yeah, guys, I appreciate your guys' support. Let me know if you like this new version. Quicker, a little bit different. Let me know. And again, thank you. See you next time. Have a good one.